The Duke of Sussex has opened up about his late mother's experience with the tabloids during an ITV documentary.
Prince Harry also revealed that he wouldn't bring his wife Meghan Markle back to the UK over safety concerns.
It's still dangerous, and all it takes is one lone actor, one person who reads this stuff to act on what they have read. And whether it's a knife or acid, whatever it is, and these are things that are a genuine concern for me. It's one of the reasons why I won't bring my wife back to this country.
Let's talk to Royal Correspondent Michael Cole. Good to see you, Michael. What do you make of all of this?
Good morning, Stephen. Good morning, Ellie. As one of the people who was hacked, had my phones hacked by the now defunct News of the World, I look forward to this programme avidly, and quite frankly, there was very little in it that I hadn't heard already. In fact, the most compelling witness was Gordon Brown, who alleged that national security had been compromised by his phones being hacked when he was Prime Minister and Chancellor of the Exchequer. He called upon the Metropolitan Police to pursue this matter and bring to justice the people at the top of these newspapers. That was new. Now, it was a whole fat hour of programme time, and you had to wait right to the end for the star of the show, Prince Harry, who you just featured, to take a swipe, as he was bound to do, at his older brother. And he said that it would have been nice if his family had joined him on his mission, and that was the word he used, his mission, against the tabloid press. Well, that was a reference to the fact that his brother, Prince William of Wales, has indeed settled for what was alleged to be a very large sum of money with News Group, publishers of The Sun and the ex-News of the World, for a large sum of money for invasions, illicit invasions of his privacy in the past. So we had to wait until that. Of course, the clip you played saying that he feared for the safety of his wife if she came to this country. I mean, they live in California. I'm not sure what the murder rate is there, but that's a more dangerous place than Britain's at any time of the day. And of course, he compromised his own safety when he said in his book, Spare, his autobiography, which was Ghost Britain, that he'd personally killed 25 Taliban when he was serving with the British Army in Afghanistan. Well, that painted a target for life on the back of himself and his family, which was a very unwise thing for him to do. The other thing which struck me, it was that he invoked the name of the late Queen, saying that he'd had several conversations with his grandmother, and she'd been very, very supportive in his battle. He sees himself, and it's the word he's used, as a dragon slayer against the popular press, the tabloid press, and he's continuing with that. Of course, his brother, Prince William, has settled, but also in the programme was Hugh Grant. Now, Hugh Grant also has settled, as indeed did I, when I received an apology from News Group. I believe in a free and unfettered press. Newspapers are having a bad time at the moment, losing circulation, losing advertising. Young people don't read newspapers. And so I felt that the right thing to do was to settle. I didn't want to take punitive action against newspapers, who are an important part of our country, particularly with our unwritten constitution. They provide a tremendously valuable service, exposing wrongdoing in high places, and they do it time after time. But here we see the prince with his wife, and he's quite right, I imagine, to think about the safety of his family. But it did strike me as a rather striking allegation. I think he was on firmer ground when he said that his late mother, much Miss Diana, her phones were hacked, although that was never been proved. I know that she did believe that, and she changed her cell phone very regularly, and she believed, of course, that her apartment at Kensington Palace was bugged. And I actually met the man who used to regularly clean the apartment for her, sweep it from bugs. But of course, she didn't only believe that she was being bugged by the press. She thought other people were were actually listening into her private conversations. So an interesting documentary, but I'm not quite sure that it told me as much as it could have done.
No.
And I think people or families, Stephen, I think will not welcome the fact that it's more dirty linen being aired in public.
Well, no, I mean, that's it, absolutely. Michael, thanks very much indeed.